Wonderful city that I love. Hello, friends. Today we are going for a walk. We're going to head downtown to some of the favorite places, possibly Distillery District, see where things are, and enjoy. It is a cold day today. We're currently sitting at about -10, so much so that Katie's hopefully this works. I can't say for sure it will, but we're going to go for a walk and see what happens. So, welcome for those who have been here before, for those who haven't been before. But we'll go see where things go. Hey, Mandano. Good to see you today, buddy. Oh my God. Hopefully everyone's doing okay today. Not as cold today. Not as cold. Certainly could be colder. But for whatever reason, hello, Jonathan. Good to see you today. Very tired of this microphone cord. Hello, HXQ. Good to see you. Hello, Poison. Katie is already misbehaving, which, to be fair, it isn't Katie. It is the cord today. And the cord keeps pushing the microphone out. I'm just like, I just got outside. You gotta give me a friggin' break here, girl. Ugh. So, I'm gonna try my trick where I essentially wrap the cord around my gimbal multiple times and hope that it will spiral and not cause the cord to fall out of the thing. But in the meantime, it is starting to snow here. I'm glad there is more conventional cold. The last month has been entertaining walk tubing, but you know what? I am very over this weather. How did you like your Eglinton LRT adventure? Randy seemed very pumped up. I'm not gonna lie. Randy had a great time. I was frustrated the entire time because we ended up going the wrong way and my phone wouldn't work in the tunnels. So I was getting increasingly more irritated. But the important thing is Randy had a great time. We got some video, we experienced it on day one, which was awesome. But also I wanted to murder something, and as soon as I could go live, Johnny Strides was live with almost 2,000 people. And I was just like, why am I even here? What is life right now? I was pissed. Don't get me wrong, love Johnny Stride. It's not a competition. But also I was beyond irritated with the whole situation. It was so frustrating. Hello, Andrew. Good to see you today. Alfred Hitchcock, the bird, those pigeons. Oh, I love that movie. Not everyone does. But yeah, again, nothing against Johnny Strides. He's a wonderful person. It was just a perfect balance of like unlucky decisions at the wrong time. It was just a me. It was a me thing. I was just like, really? No. Just a break. Just one break. That's all I want. I got no breaks that day. And then my phone died as like halfway through the trip. So just like, well, I give up. So I gave up. But there's no end to that sentence. It's just that. Guess you should have stopped for a snack along Eglinton, some unique food. You know what? Little Jamaica has some of like the best stuff, and like honestly, right now, if people can get out there and support that area, it's a good time to do it. I don't know. I feel like I've just been on a little bit of an unlucky streak, but we're getting better. Where are you? I am currently at Richmond, and I believe Jarvis. The Rodney Dangerous streamers. I get no respect. Nah, I get respect. I get enough. I get some. I sometimes get some. What are the two tall towers in the distance? That's the CIBC building, I believe. That would be where we have that really cool little parkette on the upstairs part. And here we have the church. Very popular church, which you can go check out. It has a nice little courtyard. All right, I'm going to try this again and see if it works. And if it doesn't, I unplug Katie. And then we just live with the consequences. Nope. All right. Out you come. No, it's the cold. The cold does this. It just means I can't do the things I need to do to keep it going. But I can do this. It's better to do this early than later. Hello, Christopher. Those DJI gimbals really need a lock mechanic so they can be used as a selfie stick when misbehaving. They really do. We're in the battery deck. Alright, can y'all hear me? I have essentially... Perfect. I have theoretically got this working now. So if I can try this, see if this will work. Come on. Come on. You can do that thing you're made to do. Or not. That's also fine. Well, Well, this is just rude. I'm getting really tired of this darn cord. It just means my stream's going to be shorter today than I want it to be. And the problem is when that happens is that when the cords are when it's doing this, it means I can't go longer, which means I can't get, you can't build up. So it's all just slightly frustrating. But at least now it'll work without giving us guff. Theoretically. If you can hear the bitterness in my voice, you are correct. The essence of being a streamer is dealing with technical difficulties, but sometimes it gets to be a bit much. I have all the pieces, and they should just work, and it does things that make it so it doesn't. It's just not a good loop. It's not a good loop to find yourself in. Where I'm just like, my streams can't go longer, so I can't build the audience, so I can't get more people. It just ultimately leads to... Serenity now is very much the vibe. I do not want to complain. I do not want to, like, vent frustrations while streaming. But, you know, sometimes you do. And sometimes it just gets to you a little. Hello, Tony. Good to see you, my friend. How's the winds? Here in Kitchener, it's about minus 22. Yeah, it's about minus 15 right now, and then with the wind chill when it comes in, it's getting to about minus 20, but like right now it's not so bad. I'm also not going against the wind, and just kind of doing what I can. Hey, first, last. Good to see you guys today. Moonwalk if the wind hits you head on. I do know how to moonwalk. It's been many years, so I probably can't do it well anymore, but I do know how. Temperature says negative 10 here in North York. Like again, right now it's not... For sure it's not crazy. I have my hood, I have my mask if I need it. Don't need it quite yet, but it'll come there. Clever channel name. Thank you, Troll. I appreciate it very much. How's your Monday doing? Did you enjoy Line 5? I tried. I really tried to enjoy it. Randy had a great time. I'm super happy I got to explore it with Randy. But also... I had my own frustrations with it. I saw you met Span. Yeah! It was really great to see him. He was doing a smart thing where he was hopping on and off. But like, I admit my setup just isn't, it's, I need to figure out either a better phone plan or something that works better for what I have currently. Because getting in there and having just constant situations of fighting things. The underground portions of bad signal. I couldn't even do anything from it. I couldn't stream at all. And it was just one of those moments where I was just like, oh, well, this is just... It was tough. It was tough. Will you and Randy be walking on Tuesday? Do you have a route planned? We are. We're going to be heading over and doing Exhibition Place, which I'm actually really looking forward to. But hopefully I can figure out this silly camera issue by then. Hello, Rick. Good to see you today. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. It's good to see everyone. Savannah is a true transit lover. Every stop. no one else was doing it, and you're right, that sucks that you have no signal. I know, but like, again, I can't complain about it. I had a great time. I got to, if nothing else, I got to spend a day with Randy. And Randy is like unironically becoming one of my good friends. Because even just when you spend time together and you like dedicate a certain amount of time to each other every week, just like that adds up. And just like, even if you put all of our streams together at this point, it would probably equal about a day. And they say it takes about 100 hours for someone to become like a really good friend. And just like, we're well on our way. Not including the time we've spent outside of those situations, but Scott, stay warm, Maddie. Hope we get a nice drink from Starbucks later on. Oh, I wish I could. I'm currently I'm in what I call the crunch season. And that's where I have to get everything ready for Fringe and start to fundraise like crazy to try to be able to make it, to be able to do the things I need to do later. I need to push for a little bit, but if I sound frustrated or exhausted or anything like that, it's just a challenging time, but it's all for good. Good things will happen. You just have to keep moving along. So I appreciate his trivia and all. Oh, his knowledge base is insane. It's great. And like, just really nice people. Just really great guy. Tomorrow going to be 0 degrees. Oh no. Wait, that's good. Yeah, we could use that break. Sounds like shorts weather. I'm not gonna lie, I already saw one person today walking in shorts, and I'm just like, really? Really? Okay. Oh, there's a porter plane coming in. Warm weather soon. Oh, I can't wait. It'll be nice to have a day where I don't need to crack out the hand warmers. Especially because I have no more. We've gone through the whole collection. Also, hi BBD. I just realized it was you. What a sweet dog. So the thought today was to head down to Distillery District. Now that holiday season is over, it kind of gets overlooked a lot. Obviously still a lot of people go there. Very, very popular tourist destination, but like, you really think about it for the tourist, like, winter festival, I figured now would be a good time to kind of get to check it out. See how it's developed or changed since then. And just do a little exploring in the Esplanade area. Frequently overlooked, but really nice. As you can see, Old Town Toronto. Everywhere. Hours to become really good friends. Don't have the patience. I need the express indoctrination plan. Well, you've spent enough time with me at this point on here. I'd say you can't. You get a fast track. Let's walk through the park part. It's nicer. Short sighting. I mean, shorts in summer is a lot more rare than pants in winter. Sorry, Shorts, you know what I meant to say. Someone's not doing too great there. A tour's very shorts. Oh no. Hello, Evoke. Good to see you today. No one walking the doggos on the long hour? I'm guessing lunch hour? I got a couple dog walkers. There's always a couple dog walkers out. We'll see at least a few more, I'm sure. There's always one, right? Always one who's out there being like, you know what? I can handle the cold. I'm a big, strong, tough man. And then you just look at them and you just shake your head. Just like, that proves nothing. I'd rather be warm. Spinning your wheels will only wear out the tires he's not experienced in winter driving. Yeah, I can still hear him going a little bit. I'm just like, well, I can still hear him going, actually. There are some people who just shouldn't be driving in winter. Controversial thought, but true. Hey Vasily, how'd you enjoy your experience up on the train yesterday? It's crazy it's open. Like, it still doesn't feel real. I feel like we should still be making fun of the Eglinton Crosstown. But after riding it, I'm just actually kind of impressed. It didn't take as long as I think everyone was expecting it to. And it was actually like the trains were nice. As long as it took, it left a favorable first impression at the very least. I wish I could have shown more. But I got what I got and we did what we could. I rode it yesterday, it was smooth and fast, right? I wonder if we passed each other. It's very possible. I at least got a couple videos of it, which was nice. Hoping for under 1.5 hours one way, but I was surprised when I got to Mount Dennis. To Kennedy is 20 seconds short of an hour. Delayed by 5 minutes only because someone hit the emergency screw. Wow, that's really, like, the fact that was only an hour, it's pretty good. $50 to $55 minutes. I'm hoping the above ground sections get faster with signal priority. Agreed. Once they do that there, they need to do that at the Finch West line for sure. But once those two are out there, like, they should both be fairly solid lines, which is nice. It's crazy to think that they exist at all. Next we got the Ontario line, so that's another, I don't know, what should we say, 15 years? Who knows? Welcome to Distillery. Nice area. Home to Toronto Fringe, of course. Be that a good or bad thing? I don't know. It was like seeing a dinosaur come to life. You know what? You aren't wrong. Eglinton LRT. What did you think of the stations? They have the interior decor of a psych ward, in my opinion. Yeah, they're all kind of just plain, especially the majority of the ones downtown. Like Chaplin and... like, they all look exactly the same. Hello, Lumia. And they're not particularly nice or engaging, but, like, at least they're consistent. I don't know. Signal priority is on already. It's in the introductory phase, so it's not always active off-peak hours. It still has to ramp up to full potential during peak hours. Well, it's good to know. So hoping the Ontario line is the change. You know what? I hope that it's not... I hope that, like, it continues. I hope we don't just have the Ontario line. I hope that there's a push in the next little bit for, like, lots more infrastructure change. I know it's probably not going to happen, but I really hope it does. Good to see you, Maddie. How's today going so far? Pretty good so far, New City. We're having a nice little day. I'm exploring some elements of the distillery district. Some particular areas I've never come to before. I don't think there's anything back here, but I don't know for sure. Oh, I can confirm there is nothing back here. At least now I can confirm it. Gooderham and Warts. Since 1832. It's certainly been around a while. You got 2 streams running? What do you mean I got 2 streams running? Well, I don't know why that's happening. Is it the same thing? I think it will. The public will is there. I think everyone's just kind of... Here's the thing. Even people who drive, they're kind of tired of cars. Right? Like, no one likes driving in Toronto. They do it because they have to. It's just the intro thumbnail. Weird. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm just having a breakdown, guys. The scheduled stream is in limbo. But not active. I'm getting really tired of this Prism thing. I think you scheduled a stream but never started it. That's funny because I'm like, this is the schedule stream. But anyways, I'll resolve it after. Prism is not a perfect system, it seems. When are you going to Orlando? I'll be heading down the 26th, and I'll be coming back the 2nd. So, right now I'm currently in the distillery district, so checking out some of the more beautiful and interesting parts of my favorite area. Can you focus on the P symbol really quick? Yeah, sure. We'll go back and take a quick look at it. You started a new stream. It's fun. Like, if you read the data between the two of them, I'm guarantee it's going to be the exact same. Because I literally started it on Prism, and then Prism was just like, cannot start the stream. And then I went and did it again. And then it started. So I wonder if it just did a secondary one. Anyways, neither here nor there. People want to be a city, and its people know what's best. Yeah, I agree with you. That's why there's 2. I'll be honest, this isn't my favorite piece. Like, I get the idea, equal religion, peaceful coexistence. I'm just always like, is it a little on the nose? Yes. But still nice. Like, you can't get mad when a piece is talking about peace, right? I mean, you can, but there's no point. But I am happy that they included Bill Cipher in there. You know? Just good to know. Wants a giant donut now. You think I only want one? Oh. Thanks for back. Thanks, First Last. Good to see you. Oh, but on that note, for those who joined, thank you for coming in. As you know, my name is Matti. I am TOURonno, and I do customized walking tours throughout the city of Toronto. So if you or somebody you know is coming to Toronto and you want to gift them with a unique experience, why not recommend them for a customized walking tour tailored to their interests? If you enjoy this stream, it helps us out a great deal. And in addition to that, if you like this, please feel free to like. That will encourage YouTube to recommend it to other people. And finally, if you get the chance, subscribe, because I do this every day, and I'd love to have you along again. But in the meantime, we're going to keep exploring the distillery district, so if you have anything else you want to see, don't be afraid to let me know. I can see Toronto becoming a transit center city, but we need to get rid of the Doug Fords of the world. A 401 under the 401 is Stone Age. Yeah. Ontario line will cost around $30 billion. Not sure how much more money there will be for more big ticket transit projects. But you know what's cheaper than that? A lot cheaper. Bike lanes. Will they ever do that? Not currently, and I don't know why. You watch the halftime show? I haven't seen the halftime show yet. I have heard that it was spectacular. And so I'm going to probably watch that when I get home, because by then it should be uploaded somewhere. But yeah, it's sports. I don't really watch. Last night I think I went to bed and I read some of my book. I think I got another chapter or two in. There's Balzac's coffee, worst iced coffee in the city. I hope we're all waiting on flying cars. Man, can't wait until there's a flying car accident. Gooderham and Warts. Balzac's catching strays. Man, I have such a, they're fine. I have no issues with Balzac's whatsoever. They are fine. You believe that, right? Cool. No one sue me for slander. To cycle to the same place every day is good recycling. Oh, Sam. I didn't know it was the Pepper Palace. Pepper Palace. Pepper. Balzac's is... Okay, yeah. I will say, Balzac's, as a whole, their coffee is good quality. But my issue with them is that they're overly pricey for what they are. And in addition to that, their iced coffee was awful. Boop. I'm a second cup stan, but that's getting harder as more close. My mom was actually the first employee Second Cup ever had. So Second Cup first opened in the Eaton Center, and my mom was literally the one who was their first employee that they ever got. I heard the halftime show was bad. It depends if you like that type of music or not. True enough. It's good to keep an open mind with music, but at the same time, prefer flying trains. Can't trust people with regular... You know what? That's a good point. I don't feel like flying... Well, I think flying trains are just planes. I tried Second Cup 4 times and each time garbage. Ooh, strong words. Santa Claus opens his sack every year. Haven't went back. That's how bad it was. That's fair. I like to point out this line because this is where the water line for Toronto used to be before all of this was filled in. Randy pointed this out to me when we were actually doing a tour over here. But you compare this to where the line is now, and I'm just like, there's at least another kilometer or two down from here. It's just amazing to think this much has been filled in, and they did this a century, 2 centuries ago, a while ago. But it's crazy to think that happened. That boop had a Jeff Koons vibe. You know, you're not wrong. I don't like iced coffee from anywhere. I always drink mine hot, so the experience is different. That's fair. I am a cold brew stan, but apparently that's a queer cliche at this point. But that's okay. I will still go to coffee shops and get cold brew. It's expensive, but it's one of those things that just every now and then I deserve to treat myself. Of course, Randy knew that. A wealth of knowledge. I like coffee in all forms. As long as it's I'll fair enough. I just like to explore the distillery district a little bit. It's just such an interesting vibe, right? So much of Toronto has just been made over again and again. That to keep an area that's so distinctly Torontonian, or so distinctly of an era, it's amazing. This is all about the fire that happened here in 1868? What was it? 1869, sorry. But that was the fire that happened. They actually still have the building over there. But also, if you get a chance to go here, there's the Mexican restaurant here. It's excellent. It is excellent. I love it. It's delicious. Highly recommend. Are you talking about expensive coffee? I am. I love me some expensive coffee. It's a shame, I know, but I really do. It's a good choice. If you come over here, there's a Mill Street Brew Pub, as well as, if you come over here further, there's the Young Presenter for the Performing Arts. If anyone needs coffee at home, get an AeroPress. Oh, I love AeroPress coffee. It's so tasty. Coffee prices are going through the roof, same with chocolate. Yeah, it's all about the beans are a rare commodity these days, it seems. My favorite coffee place is Arabica. I haven't actually tried them yet. I would love to. If you want to go for a coffee comparison one day, let's make it happen. They really tore down some beautiful buildings, thinking glass and steel buildings were the way forward. And here's the thing, some of them are. Some of the buildings are designed to be like incredible and dynamic and interesting, and some of them are just garbage, unfortunately. I got an espresso and have been making myself some blue coffee. Blue coffee? I wonder what blue coffee is. Friend got me an AeroPress, and my French press collects dust now. That's fair enough. Me and Joel actually make a cold brew every day, where we will have the coffee and then we'll do it overnight, and then by the morning you come out and it's delicious, delightful. Highly recommend if you get the chance. Yeah, we can cross that. That's good. Pass by the tracks. The price of a can is around $22 now. It used to be $7. A can of coffee, you mean, or a can of Maxwell? Because, yeah, I believe that entirely. Ooh, indeed. Coffee bean price went up $7 in Alberta anyways. I think it's all over the place. I do think that we are facing, like, coffee prices are through the roof. Try LeBeau. Try LeBeau. Okay. I'll have to see what that is. You messed the humor up. Oh. Hello, Harjot. Good to see you today, my friend. I can cross. No one's coming. Maxwell House Original, and they shrunk the size of the can. Oh, that's just the worst of both worlds. Screw you, Maxwell House. I just like to point out this piece, because I'm just like, I don't know if I love this art piece, but I remember it. That's a good place to start, I guess. But you just passed a LeBeau. It's a croissant place. Oh, that makes more sense. Shrinkflation is the worst. It really is. Like, it's kind of brutal all over. What do you think of the new moderator symbol? I'll be honest, I haven't noticed. If there is a new moderator symbol, it hasn't come through on Prism, and that's usually what I use. So I don't know. Well, we have one distinct I don't like it. I have enjoyed coming over to, like, I'm glad Randy showed me this area a little while ago, because it's just, this whole area has sprouted up so quickly in the past couple years, and like, it's dynamic, and it is pretty interesting, but just the main laneway here with all the giant sculptures, and just like, that's really cool. I really like that. Don't point towards Randy to tell others his Randy. They might think he's getting really Randy. I'm okay with it. It's a shield. Oh, that's interesting. It's funny because it hasn't bled over onto this yet, so I still just see a wrench. By the way, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but like, each of the gates between the units here, the red symbols, they're all designed to like evoke indigenous interpretation of a local animal. So there's lots of salmon, there's coyote, there's foxes, there's fish. It's really cool. Something that doesn't get, there's a lot, I like buildings that have little, not Easter eggs like that, but like I like buildings that do something special with each unit to make it feel distinct. Any groundhogs? I don't know. What does the fox say? From what I've heard, red propaganda seems to be what Fox News says. Canary District is nice. Dark Horse Coffee is mint. Dark Horse Coffee is good. Again, expensive, but like that's one of the places I'm just like they're. Some coffee places are just like a step above, and I really appreciate that one. That one's tasty. Prism showing the wrench still makes sense. Yeah, I don't think it's like as up to date as the other ones, but also, there's things I'm slowly learning. As long as I keep slowly learning, that's the key. I've never been to Dark Horse. It's pretty good. It's at least fresh, which is nice. See, I don't know what everyone thinks about this piece, because I love this piece. The River Spirit one, I just think that's so cute. There's something about it that's just really endearing to me. It's that whole idea of art that's childlike, but not childish, because it still evokes very specific things and themes. But Dark Horse by Katy Perry is good. It's not my favorite Katy Perry song. Actually, to be honest, I think it's one of my least favorite Katy Perry songs. It's alright. Fair enough. Super Bowl halftime show. There was a right-wing alternative halftime show with Kid Rock and some country music singers. I guess they don't like Bad Bunny. I'm just like, what a stupid thing. First off, does anyone actually like Kid Rock and his hit song? Like, I am actively trying to remember what Kid Rock's song was, and the thought that comes to mind is "Bow It to Ba," but that was Rob Zombie. Kid Rock had the song that said, "My name is Kid," and I don't remember anything else about the song. God, what a terrible musician. The beat is good. Sculpture reminds me of Brewman Group. For sure, I can understand that. Bow It to Ba is Kid? I thought Bow It to Ba was Rob Zombie. Oh no, Rob Zombie was Dragula. Right. Kid Rock is a dork. Tony Hinchcliffe says all he did at a party once was make D's nuts jokes the whole night. I mean, that's about the intelligence I would expect from him. Imagine having, like, that's what Kid Rock is. What happens when you have no gay friends. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that every event is about political now. Grammys, Olympics, Super Bowl, right? Here's my thing: why can't people just be chill with other people existing? Period. Not everything needs to be turned into a political shit show. You know it's serious when I swear. I try not to on this channel, but I'm just like, everything is political now, and so little of it needs to be. It's literally just government sticking its nose in where it doesn't belong, and just like, you can not do that, and that would be fine. Is there a cell phone company called GIFGAF there? It's much cheaper than known companies. I don't know, actually. But I do have a friend who works at Rogers, so I might actually go in and be like, look, do you have something that would work for me as a streamer? I'm news fatigued. I think everyone is, but I also think that's that's the intention. They want people to be burnt out so that they don't fight anymore. And also, it's never been easy to burn people out, because everyone is so inundated with new things all the time that it can be very hard to think clearly and resist things that need to be resisted. But also, like, the ability to mobilize people is not... It's not easy these days, that's for sure. Kid Rock was married to Pamela Anderson. That was a strange match. That was a strange match. No wonder. Here's the thing. Pam Anderson is now dating Liam Neeson, and they were together in the Naked Gun movie, and that was fantastic. So I'm just like, you know what? That's an upgrade. That is a huge upgrade for her. Did you say streamer or streaker? I'm not gonna lie, the Naked Gun movie is still probably one of my favorite movies that came out last year. That one, K-pop Demon Hunters, Wicked Part 2, I guess. I don't remember any other movies that came out last year. That's a good sign, right? Yeah, that's a good sign. Pam is from Vancouver Island. She is Canadian royalty at this point. Naked Gun, have not seen it. If you like the old school spoof movies and you're willing to see like a new modern take on it, it's really good. If you're not, then like it's not for you. The weird thing that they did was they did one of those like honest trailers. They did it for the trailer of the Naked Gun movie, which didn't make sense because it hadn't even come out yet. Anyways, I was hoping I'd see her one day when I go back and visit. Maybe you will? Would you ever consider running for city council this election year? Oh God, no. I would be an awful politician because I speak my mind and I don't like I have dangerous opinions because people would be like, what about people who drive? I'd be like, fuck your cars. I don't care. We need to think about long-term strategies for... People can't be selfish anymore. And that's kind of what most politics are, is that people being selfish and being like, I don't want this here. But you being like, this needs to happen for the good of everyone. What's the price to find out Kid Rock is from Michigan? I always thought he was from the South. He's from Flint, Michigan. Drinking the water is what made him who he is today. Liam playing it straight was gold. Oh my gosh, yes. So funny. Matti wants a naked chef. I've been called worse. I like the original Naked Gun and Airplane movies. I love the original Naked Gun and Airplane movies. They are, like, legitimately some of my favorite pieces of media. Bring back Rob Ford. You know what? Bring back Rob Ford today. The shambling corpse of Rob Ford. Coming back as a skeleton. Best diet he's ever been on. Like, no. I won't speak ill of the dead. But at the same time, if you don't want people to speak ill of you while you're dead, you should probably be a better person while you're alive. He did give us the first crack-smoking mayor. God, I hate how that's not even the worst politician that's come out in the past 20 years. Corktown is one of my favorite gems. Do you have any favorite spots there? The weird house that we just passed by, easily one of the coolest in the city. But also the underpass park with all the art. I know it's like under refurbishment right now. That's easily one of my favorites. This house coming up as well. This is a really cool one that Randy had told me about too. His antics, I mean. But you can see the house over there. It kind of looks like an upside down pair of testicles. And you can see why I don't want to be a politician, because I say things like that. Let's see. 6 degrees in the UK. Oh, that must be so nice right now. I do like, at night they do have a light between the two, which acts as like a little spotlight between, or point of differentiation, but I've always liked this one. You can find the images in it if you look, but they're not immediately apparent. I need to watch the new Naked Gun. I love the OGs back in the day. It's like a different take on it. It's just like if Naked Gun could also have been like a spoof action movie. Like I still thought it was really funny. All right, I'm gonna try something really quickly and see if this works. Hopefully this doesn't set Katie off, but if it does, we will find out very quickly. There we go. There we go. Cheesy now doesn't have the same effect as cheesy then, though. Remember Rob Ford saying his brother would be premier one day? At the time I thought he was out of his mind. Right? Who would ever vote for someone whose brother did all of that craziness? What an odd thing to think about. Also, it costs money to even put your name in to become a city councilor. I'm just like, I ain't got money for that. Also, there's a lot of compromising pictures of me out there that I don't want coming out. So, you know, I'm not about to go after that. I prefer Rob over Doug any day. You know what? I'm not far behind you. I will say one thing. Doug Ford hasn't been incorrect the entire time. He could have easily canceled the Ontario project, or the Ontario line, and he didn't. So kudos there. And like, during COVID, he actually listened to authorities or at least for a little while, and I thought that was respectful. Some of his takes on... Come on lights. Spencer Pratt's from the Hills wants to be mayor of LA. Oh God. I don't even remember what the Hills are. Oh. Actually, no. After I said that, I was just like, the Hills. That's the one with him and Heidi. And I hate that I know that. Although I don't remember her from anything other than she released a terrible song. I couldn't tell you what it was, but the music video looked like it cost $12. Doug Ford ordering RTO 5 while taking a 3-month Christmas vacation was certainly a choice. Yeah, like I'm not in any way saying... I should have probably finished my thought there. Like, most of what he's done, apart from those two things, I have been like, what the actual hell? Especially this whole war on bike lanes thing, I think is the stupidest thing in the friggin' world. But Discord phone calls are free from the UK and Canada. Oh, that's excellent. Hello, Mo. Good to see you today. It does actually feel warmer now than later. Excuse me. No salvaging Dougie. He's really ruined our beautiful city. And he continues to do so. So, like, as I said, I'll give him credit for the two things he did right. But I'm just like, a broken clock can be right twice a day. And we can still call him a broken clock. Because his track record is terrible. And the fact that you have, like, a hate-on for the city that you once were a part... Like, you once were a city councilor and now you're doing everything you can to put it down or hold it back, that doesn't make any sense to me. Let's hang by the jackhammer a bit more. You're being... Can I reach? Boop. Sorry, a little late today. Never apologize, Mo. We're always just happy to have you. Spencer Pratt started a GoFundMe after his house burnt down? Oh God. That's gross. That's what house insurance is for. Ugh. My big thing is right now, I'm starting to switch into fundraiser mode because in order for me to do Fringe, I have to raise a lot of funds very, very quickly. But I'm also just like, what do I have to offer that's of value to people and will encourage people. Like, I don't want to just ask for money. I want to be like, I need help. If I offer this as like a provision, as something we can do, who would come on board with me? And that's kind of the angle I'm looking at it from. So yeah, I think businesses hate bike lanes, at least the people I've talked to. Some areas bike lane prevent emergency vehicles from getting through stuck traffic. But here's the thing, like, one bike lane has the potential to move like 3 to 4 times as many people as cars do, and take up a fraction of the space. So a lot of people think bike lanes will hold them back, but the evidence just isn't there. Especially when you look at places like Netherlands and other places that actually have focused on bike lanes, they can be a huge help. So again, it's just about transport, right? How do you move the most people through a city with the least impact? Anyways, we aren't allowed you to fund you a gentleman's club visit, Maddie. God, I wish. Maybe that's what I'll start rating on the channel. Screw coffee shops or anything like that. Gentlemen's clubs. Nah, I'm not a gentleman. I mean, I guess I'm kind of a gentleman, but that's fine. The car-centric thinking in Toronto is so backwards, right? Like, here's the thing. Toronto is a highly walkable city, to the point where I can do this as a business every day. I go outside, I walk around for I try to aim for 2 hours, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on how things are. But there's always something new, and I can always explore and find something that's different and exciting that I enjoy. So, yeah. If we can just treat the city itself with the value that it innately possesses. Johnny Scry, copycat? Wow, you haven't been here long, have you? How many walk-tubers are in Toronto? Including Johnny? We love Johnny here. He's great. And you're getting workout and a plus. Impacts parking, reduces front patio space. Not all bike lanes have been made equally. You know what? That is true. It's important with bike lanes that we consider impacts to areas around them. But in general, if we can design them with the intention, with as much purpose as here's the thing. Front parking doesn't actually help most businesses a lot. Unless there's something especially in areas like the Annex, street parking is actually a bit of a detriment because it means only one car can take that space for up to 3 hours. So you would need to have the amount of space, it's always there. There's a cottage industry of Toronto walk-tubers strewn across different platforms. I don't even think Johnny was the first, just the most successful. That's true. I think construction is fucked up, screwed that up more than bike lanes. You know, you're not wrong. Construction is a problem. A necessary evil, to be sure, but still especially if you hear hearing what happened to Little Jamaica is very disheartening. But if you get a chance to go out there, it's a great little neighborhood. So certainly something to consider in the future. Copycat, we're all copycats. Yeah, here's the thing. If someone wants to think I'm a copycat of Johnny Stride, just I don't care. You're on my channel, that's fun. Being a walking streamer takes grit. Well, thank you, Troll King. I appreciate that very much. Little Jamaica is suffering. It's pretty bad. But hopefully now that it's open, it can have a huge chance to rebound. And I think it will. Now that there's the spotlight on it and people are actively trying to make efforts to go out there and support, I think that's really wonderful to see. And here's the thing, Jamaicans typically don't jive with the queer content, queer existence, but places like Little Jamaica make it easier because you can kind of see the humanity inherent in everybody. So I think that's a huge help, and it's a great step forward for a lot of different people. So take that for what you will. It's a compliment to be compared to Johnny. You know what? I take it as such. And again, I always tell people, it's just like, we're not competing with each other. We're different flavors at the ice cream cone stop. I like to have some stuff that's at least partially educational every day. Like, I like to reveal a little bit of different parts about the city. But my whole thing is I want people to see this and understand why I love Toronto so much. And that's where I come from. Other people do it for different reasons. But I feel like we all have our own unique piece of point of view. But yeah. Streaming is not easy. So many points of failure to deal with. Simply running a stream is admirable. I appreciate that, Poison. And as someone else who does it, you know what it does. Yeah. I went to Little Jamaica yesterday on Line 5. It's been hit so hard. Here. Merch idea for you. A t-shirt with "Here's the Thing" on it. Oh no. Is that another thing I say all the time? Why doesn't the city do anything about the graffitis? A lot of these are actually commissioned. So like this artist in particular, I see them all over the place. And you can tell from the way that the stream goes, like this artist is prolific and they are all over the city. And their pieces are beautiful. So they must actually have like a fairly high like command rate that they would do. But yeah, really great stuff. Exploring Toronto never gets dull or boring. Always lots of fun to see this. Thanks, Carl. I prefer Matti to Johnny. I subscribe both. Nothing against Johnny. Nothing at all. Again, it's just different flavors at the buffet, right? 2 months off and half my mods back in software was broke by the time it came back to me. Always something to see. It's so much. It's just something different every day. Hey, at least we look good doing it. That's the key. I spoke to the owner of that building once. He was proud to commission that piece. It's a beautiful piece. Like, I thought that was really stunning. Like, very, very nice. Paragraph by Ways. Hi, Maddie. My friend told me to check your stream out. Support local, hence here I am. Nice to be here. Can I plug my own gig here too, please? Thank you for asking. I would love to know what you do. So feel free to let us know, and I'm happy to share it with people. So. Domino's Pizza, do chocolate pizza. Ooh, oh. Oh, is that good? I don't know if that's good. Oh, 60 minutes. Thank you, Steven. Hello, friends. My name is Maddie. My mustache is mostly frozen now, so you know it's been a good day. Just to let everyone know, I am a tour guide in Toronto, so if you or anyone you know is coming to the city and you want to experience something new, why not book them for a customized walking tour? I do walking tours specifically to cater to your interests, so if you or someone you know is coming and you want to gift them a unique experience, why not me? In addition to that, if you have any questions or you're enjoying yourself, please consider liking the stream. That encourages YouTube to recommend it to other people. And in addition to that, if you have an opportunity, please consider subscribing. I do this every day, and every little bit helps to build the channel up in a major way, which helps us all out, and we really appreciate any help you do. So, thank you for joining us today, and we're going to keep going on a walk. God, I hate how much it just looks like... I really hate how much it just looks like boogers in my mustache. Let's be honest, it's pretty bad. We like the fact that you're here doing this at the time that you're doing it. Nobody else streams at this time of day, so this is a perfect niche for yourself. And congrats for your success. Thank you so much, Carl. I appreciate that very much. Did you know Toronto radio stopped... What's this? Stopped playing the Breakfast Club because they wanted local voices instead? I have a Toronto-based photo walktuber channel, Trinitech. Interesting. If you want, you can share that here. I also have a Discord that you're more than welcome to plug yourself in as well. I'm not on the Discord as much as I should be, but I will be doing more soon. I'm kind of at the point where I'm starting to build everything up and moving it all forward, so... We're all very much baby steps at the beginning here, but the more I do it, the more we keep moving forward, the better it is. By the way, this is Kim's Convenience right up here. If you know about the program, this is the one it's all based off of. Originally a fringe show, actually. So this was a Toronto fringe show that they brought back, and then they actually spun it off into a CBC TV show, which was really cool. Now, how much of it is based off of real life? That's a good question. Well, no, we'll figure it out soon. You can also see the CN Tower there in between the buildings. Lovely space, which we all greatly appreciate, of course. And if you notice, there's the spirals over there, which is the same artist who did the other spot over there. Really great spots as well. We are on Queen East. So this is essentially right before the bridge. If we were to walk the other way, that would take us over to Broadview. But since we're coming this way, it gives us a little bit more. The Eglinton across town from yesterday was a complete success. Everything went very well and much better than expected. The trains are clean and very nice, and the route is very fast for the mentoring. It really is. Like, they actually did a good job on it. I left there thoroughly impressed. So, and of course a weed store. More than one. Weed stores everywhere. Because why would there not be? We've always got more coming up.
What is the power?
Grabbed there once, grabbed a Gatorade after a run to Danforth and back. I mean, you have to go there at least once, right? Just that one time. That's all you need. I don't get why they did not install heaters. I wonder what's more numerous, weed, pizza, or coffee. I'm gonna say, oh, good. Oh, that's a tricky one. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say probably coffee shops, but like it's a thin margin. I'm gonna say coffee, then pizza, then weed. Alberta, it's liquor stores and Timmy. I don't know if you missed a couple. In December, I did a walkthrough of my parents' old town, Marrickville, and it's just really nice to see a city in Ontario that just doesn't have any brand name stores in the middle of it. The downtown is all like individual, lovely places that were really cool and just super niche and super catered to the area. Like, they had one store that was just nothing but toy trains. So I'm just like, yeah. Coffee shops, also lots of vape. Oh my god, there are so many vape stores right now. If you're including vape stores and weed stores as one thing, that could take it, let's be honest. Trinitech YouTube channel. Thank you for sharing that, Medano. And I don't know what happened with... Oh, Evoke. Sorry about that. Let's see if we can get, Medano, if you can get the link to that, or if you can separate the YouTube link out from the name, maybe we can get that up there for you. A town of 14,000 has like 7 liquor stores. Fair enough. No, I did it again. Oh gosh. I hate when people point out the things I say all the time, because then I get like in my head about it. And when that happens, I just don't stop. That's the link I just... Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Medano. I really appreciate you doing that for them. For them. I don't. Lots of towns are filled with mom and pop type retail stores, and they carry just about everything a regular franchise store would. Very true, that makes the town unique in Kensington. Let's see. Oh. Coffee, pizza, vape, weed. Yeah. It's curious to know how that actually like shakes out over the long run. By the way, this is the Moss Park Armory. I'll be honest, I don't love streaming through Moss Park because it's always the place that I get the most harassed by people. But at the same time, we're having a good time today. Vape is different than weed. I think vape is for kiddies who want to smoke but not have their parents find out. Oh god, I hate that that's a thing. You're probably right, let's be honest. Coffee shops are the most popular, pizza places are number 2, and variety stores are number 3. Huh. Again, very much not surprised, but curious. It is interesting to see how the numbers break down sometimes. Our Carl just spoils these facts from nowhere. Right? We love that about Carl. He's like our fact finder. I mean, to be fair, he could just be making them up, but I don't care. They sound true. For those who want to know, this is where we started from. That's the Jesus Offers You a New Life poster. See, he's a good butterfly. He's our Google. Why no, that's going to sound wrong if I say that. But speaking of, I just passed a vape store. Actually, funny enough, this space here, right here, this used to actually be a place called iClicks Consulting. And it was where my friend used to run a business that I would operate my body painting out of. But then he hired another body painter, so he had 2 body painters on staff. And I was just like, what are you doing? Why are you pitting like 2 similar artists against each other in the same gallery? Body painting is not that in demand. I always chuckle when I see a new weed store next to a pizza or fried chicken place or vice versa. You know what? Fair facts. Very fair. We love Kensington Village because it's not been gentrified. It's like a small town within a big city. Yes. Those are what I love. Anything that could be like its own thing is great. Also, hello diaries. Good to see you today. Food-wise, oh, this is actually going fast. What would be the big contender? Falafel, burgers, burritos. I mean, I love burgers and burritos. They're so good. Those are my favorite. But like pizza's number 1. Pizza just has to be number 1. It's just the tastiest. You can't screw up pizza. Actually, you can. You can have pizza. But no one likes pizza. So you have to have regular pizza. That's actual pizza and not pizza. Good to see you as well, Kyle. I don't know who Kyle is, but I love this piece. I don't know if I've ever actually explored this little area. But I'm just like, this is super cool. And if you look up there, it actually has like the sky places over here. Is this a party room that overlook? No, this wouldn't be the one that I was in that one time. BKK to YYZ. Oh, I love Thai food. I love Thai food so much. Hello, Israel. Good to see you today. Welcome to the Garden District version of the well. Right? I'm just like, I've kind of just stumbled into this after many years of not knowing what this is. I just ordered an $18 meal and DoorDash for the same thing as $20. Any more earthquakes? Oh gosh, I hope not. Elm Ledbury. Well, Elm Ledbury, you have a neat space, that's for sure. I approve of this. Sad, what a dead city. Not what it used to be. I've actually never stumbled upon this before. I mean, it is kind of out of the way, but it's cool. They just built all this. It used to be a giant parking lot. Yeah, I believe that. And it's like, they actually did a good job with it. And it's kind of funny that someone else said the well, because this is very much like a mirror of that as well. Do you think the well is a failure? I find it almost empty most of the time. I wouldn't say it's a failure at all. I think it's... I can't say to the businesses that are being there, but like, if you go to the food court, for sure, it's always popular. And like, all things considered, it's probably one of the better food courts in the city. This is what Russian said. The old and dirty ones will come to the grocery store. I live in this neighborhood. Oh, no way, Evoke. That's super cool. Remember back in the day, they got rid of a penny. Everyone said that they would be inflationary. Turns out it wasn't even. Everything is run out of the nearest nickel or dime. Well, no one even uses cash anymore. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. I went to, actually, funny enough, I was exactly at this coffee shop earlier, Mass Coffee, and they don't take cash. I went there with like $5 and they're just like, nope, we don't take cash. I was just like, what? Oh. I'm sorry, someone's speaking Russian and I sadly don't understand. And absolutely be safe, Israel. Thank you, Sam. This is, of course, St. Michael's Catholic Basilica. God, it's a beautiful space. I refuse to go to no cash establishments. Cash should still be king. I actually agree with you, Stephen. Places that have no cash, I'm always just like, I don't trust that. I don't want every system to know exactly where I spent every penny all the time. At least that's me. If I'm ordering online, I understand. But like, cash should still be something that is universally accepted. And we should actually probably be using it more than we do these days. I ain't translating anymore, that dude's off his rocker. Good to know. Diaries, you just subscribed to me. Thank you very much, my friend. Wonderful to have you as a part of the team. Renovated for 10 years. Sorry. We should visit that old church on the right. It was recently renovated for 10 years. Oh. I mean, it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful space. Yep, said no to digital ID. Always keep cash on me on now. One time Alberta had a nationwide debit machine was down. Huh. They're already trial running it in the App Store. What is it they're trying? No digital ID. Ugh. Any new project that you're excited for in Toronto? For me, I would say the things that I am most excited for right now would be, I think the Ontario line is like highest priority in my love language. Like, I think that is super cool. Can't wait to see it go through. But Honest Ads had a policy where they did not accept credit cards. The reason was credit card had to be raised the prices by $4 and 4% of all the product. I mean, don't we have enough inflation these days? Do we really need to be doing all of that out of the way to incorporate the credit card price into the price of the product? Frustrating. Nothing inflammatory, just we were talking about Doug Ford installing iron poles and raising the earth. That is weird. Beautiful church. It really is, isn't it? Lovely space. First time seeing your live stream with either Johnny or Ken mentioning you on their stream, subscribing. Oh, cool. Yeah, well, the biggest thing they did was like, guys, about a month ago was when I was attacked, and everything that's happened since then has been really cool. And the entire community, like, to have them kind of circle around me like that was very touching. But I love Johnny, I love Ken, I love Tara, I love Eddie. Like, we've got a really great walk-tubing community. Oh, and Green Knight as well, I should say. I love Green Knight too. That goes without saying. He's like my boy. Quite literally, I am his stream daddy. And you better not forget it. Here's a sunny day, drink coconut. You know what? That sounds lovely. That sounds awesome. My local Toyota dealership has a financed price and cash price. This price was $4,000 cheaper. Is Tara T-Shot's real name? I think so. I hope so. Low-key CCs end up being a wealth transfer from poor to rich. Everyone bears the cost of the transaction fee, but poor folk pay interest on their balance and rich people reap points rewards. Yeah, that's true. That is fairly true. I'm not gonna lie. Will you stream the Easter parade? There's an Easter parade? Oh God. Oh God, don't make me do another parade. Please don't make me do another parade. I guess so. I guess so. I will say, when I do, I get a little grumpy with parades because I hate standing still and I hate watching people just wave at me and pretend to be happy. And just like if I wanted to do that, I would just go anywhere and wave at people. If you want me to do... Is there actually an Easter parade? I know there was a St. Patrick's Day parade. Huh. I don't mind the Santa Claus parade this year, if not for the rain. It was so miserable. It was terrible. It was great. I had so much fun. And you want to know what happened to the YouTuber Henry? I think he took a couple months off, but I think he's planning to come back again soon. Senator Restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner. I've actually never noticed that before, but that's actually a really cool one. Also the Mackenzie House Museum over there. That's interesting. The 60th annual Toronto Beaches Lions Club Easter Parade is scheduled for Sunday, April 5th. Toronto's Beaches neighborhood. The parade runs along Queen Street East. Okay. I noticed you were streaming that day. You're near the beginning of the parade. Me and the partner were streaming from the end of the parade. I was popping over to you to see if it started. That makes sense. Here's the thing about that day. It was actually a lot of fun. But like, I ended up positioned on this like domino stack in the middle, like at the corner of Spadina. And it started to rain and I was cold and I was like annoyed and angry. And then like a little kid kept climbing up and jumping off into her parents' arms, which is fine. But I'm just like, your kid keeps actively knocking into me, and this is a slippery slope. Like, this is a slippery thing that I'm standing on. So I'm just like, if your child knocks me off, I will murder you. Miss Henry's voice in our community. He is much respected by all. He very much is. So friendly. Very, very friendly. I do hope he comes back soon. I'd actually love to have him on the stream sometime. But I will say, the week is supposed to go. On Tuesday, I'm supposed to walk with Randy. And on Wednesday, I may be walking with Green Knight, or I might be doing a walk in Hamilton and interviewing Christopher, who is the lead of Hamilton Fringe Festival, to talk to him about like what their plans are for the season, where things are going, and how I could how people can help out different theater festivals in the winter. So yeah, we'll see. Or like arts, especially like highlighting arts communities in the off seasons, if you will. I know we're currently walking through the TMU campus, or if you prefer, TMU is what everyone's starting to call it, which, let's be fair, kind of hilarious, but yeah, tomorrow me and Randy are going to be exploring the exhibition place grounds, which is very exciting. Also, I just want to point out, like, this particular image where, like, it's strong homosexual subtext. Like, this is like heated rivalry if it was different parts of government. Whereabout in Hamilton will you be? Ryerson High School. That is how it feels these days. I'm just like, I am too old to be here. I completely forgot about that Hidden Tim's there. Grooster, you are correct. But you are also right to do so, because it's almost always crazy to get in there. It is a trip. Hamilton, I was a soft spot for it as a McMaster alum. Oh, cool. But the idea would be to explore... specifically Hamilton downtown. But it kind of just depends on weather and Chris and whether or not I'm even able to go out there. But that also kind of depends on heat and cold and all that stuff. So we'll see where we go. Healthy change starts at Temu. Healthy change, cheap products. I wonder if my friend still works here. Funny enough, that other body painter I was talking about earlier, I know for a while she was actually here working. So I wonder if she still is. If she is. I remember there was a day where she asked me to come by and like teach a little like class about, like, a bunch of new students were coming in for Frost Week, and she wanted me to run like a little paint seminar. And so I did, but it was just like, oh, y'all are just children. Hamilton, did not catch when that might happen. I'm looking at Wednesday. It kind of depends on what happens in the next day or two. So Wednesday will either be a walk through Hamilton with that, or it'll be a walk with Green Knight, and we'll see where that goes. Good afternoon, Kevin. Wonderful to see you again, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. I'm gonna head out for a run. Weather seems about as good as it's gonna get right now. Well, if you pass by me, Rob, I will give you a high five. You know which way I'm coming at this point. And to be fair, weather's not terrible right now. I've also got a long night ahead of me, so Hamilton or Green Knight, both sound like great choices. I agree. Hamilton's at least a little change of pace. It's a little different. Also, I get to see an old friend while I'm there, so that'll be nice. But yeah, it should be good. It also depends on just if I can afford to do it. But I'm doing a lot of calculations and number crunching tonight. I also have to like finish my book and my script because Orlando's already hitting me up being like, by the way, you have to send us all your information for the Fringe Festival. I'm just like, I should finish this script. I should probably do that. They're predicting this summer will be the hottest summer on record. I mean, that's not ideal. But also, we've had the hottest summer on record every year for the past 4 or 5 years. So you know what? If only there was... It's almost like there was some kind of prediction that this sort of thing would happen. Crazy when you think about it. If you take the GO train to Hamilton, you can ride on the train. I mean, I definitely will. If I can. Like, right on there and right coming back. I found that I really like, when I'm brainstorming stuff though, I really like to do it on a piece of paper with a pen. My brain still works that way. And if I have to like organize all my thoughts into lists, I find I miss things because my brain can't go in lateral directions. But, you know. I must go. I probably should get back to work. Take care and have a great week. Everyone have a great night. Yeah, good to see you first last. Wonderful to have you as ever, my friend. You take care of yourself out there. And just on that note for everybody, hello, my name is Matti. I am TOURonno. And all of the glue from my mustache is now frozen. So that's good. Just so y'all know, I do custom walking tours. So if you or somebody you know is coming to the city and you are looking for a unique experience, why not gift them a customized walking tour throughout the downtown core? I do custom walking tours. You can book my services in the links below. Finally, if you are enjoying yourself, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps the channel out in a great way. And we'd love to have you back here again. So, I do this every day. And hopefully, we see you again too. Now let's go back for a walk. As soon as I saw that one, like, mustache-sicle, I was like, that looks awful. I swear it's glue. I promise you guys it is a glue stick. Because that is what I use to do my mustache these days. Hello, Brad. Good to see you today, my friend. I like how I say that and then I sniffle and no one believes me. Oh. Excuse me, boys.
It's not on the...
GO train service from Toronto to Hamilton is actually pretty good, and it's pretty fast. You can make it there 30 minutes each way. I mean, I could always do a live stream from the train. I live $100 in the month. I don't quite get what you're saying there, Ivan, but I also live on a shoestring budget right now. Hello, David. Good to see you today. Hopefully y'all are enjoying yourselves. I will say every time I come by here, it's important to point out our UNESCO National Heritage Site, also known as Hooker Harvey's. Well-known reputation. So if you ever go there, know that it is a long and deep history of hard times. And if you ever go there, you can tell someone else that I'm coming too. I'm Vietnamese. I like older white American men. I mean, yeah. Know what you want, bud. Having some interesting people today, that's for sure. So there's Hooker Harvey's. Now it's just regular Harvey's, but we all know what it used to be. And to be fair, we can all be proud of it for its proud service of tradition. Wait, what? Do you not know Hooker Harvey's? What is it? Come on. Learn you some history. After all is said and done, I live on $200 a month here. Mostly coffee and lottery tickets. I'll be fair. As of right now, well, one thing I was thinking about doing is for members doing like a state of the channel every month and just being completely open and honest and transparent with like, this is my life. This is what I'm doing. I consider you guys a part of the inner circle. So let me tell you exactly what we're doing and how this has all been like included as a part of our history. So yeah, I'm gonna get way too personal on there about stuff that I think is important to talk about, because money shouldn't be like it should be something that is used to raise people up instead of using to divide class systems. So yeah. Hooker Harvey's is an institution, a national treasure. You are correct, Stephen. You are correct. That and the Hockey Hall of Fame. Sorry, Hooker Hall of Fame. Oh my god, it has a Wikipedia page. I am amazed that you have not learned more about this. I can honestly say, I was never a patron, but I always knew about it. Let's just say it doesn't have the most pristine reputation, but a reputation nonetheless. We are never one to yuck a yum, but also hilarious. I wonder if Patrick's out and about. I literally have a USB stick with all the photos for him on it. I just haven't seen him in a while. Can't believe people waited overnight in negative 30 degrees weather for the LRT. Yeah, I wouldn't. It was nice. Don't get me wrong, it was really cool. But yes, you do. This is, I said a couple years ago, they started this as like a ceremonial fire piece. And like they've been here ever since. And it's always going. It's rather nice actually. But certainly in winter. Much warmer than other times, for sure. Also on this side, you will see beautiful Island Gardens, which is a lovely establishment. if you do ever get the chance to go there, it is completely free. You can go in, it's a beautiful botanical garden, lots of diversity, lots of ecosystems inside. Apparently they ear tagged an idea to expand it, but yeah, I don't know how that's going. Or if it'll get approved, or if it'll be this, that, or the other. But they literally just renovated it, so I can't imagine them adding more to it right now. It doesn't seem super wise. My very first time when I lived in Toronto, I went to that Harvey's restaurant, and yes, there was a lady in there smiling at everyone else. They walked in, everybody knew about the reputation. Yeah, I would say that's very true. It's great to share stories. Again, a part of our heritage. Beautiful area. I always like this park. It can get busy during the summer, but like, even now they keep it fairly clean. Although I am hopeful that this year Toronto doesn't turn into tent city again. But it's hard to, that's a hard thing to predict. My plan is right now to head over to Parliament Street, shoot up, and then come back around. Possibly to Parliament up to Bloor, and then back down Church. But we'll see. We'll see how we end up. Texas is a real tent city. Texas is the real tent city. Interesting. I can honestly say. Actually, I don't know what to say to that. Sorry, Sam. Lady who doesn't sleep at night. You know what? We'll just say yes. That would be, by definition, what they would not do. This is the thing that tourists miss out on most coming to Toronto. When you live in Toronto, you get to find out about the little things about Toronto itself that you normally wouldn't. And I like to think I try to share as much of that as I can when I'm in the city. And like, on these walks, getting the chance to be able to talk about, getting the chance to talk to them so much about things. Wow, that guy was not even looking. Maybe some people just shouldn't drive. So about bike lanes, back on them. Now, Toronto is full of hidden gems. How long was your longest stream? I once made it to, I think, 3 hours. 3.5 hours, maybe? But my hope is that in the next little while, once it warms up a little bit, once I actually get some more time, I'm hoping to be able to do like 2.5, 3 hours more regularly. Because in the past little while, I've been kind of stuck at around like 1.5 to 2 hours. But I like more. I like doing more. Can people drive there? I mean, you can technically drive anywhere, but roads are preferable. Where we're going, we don't need roads. That dog couldn't see because his eyes were covered. But I also like to think I show off areas of Toronto that often get overlooked, but provide interesting history and color to a city that's I meant the near miss. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. On that note, I would say probably not. 5 hours with ease, isn't that crazy? I mean, if you have the... I think that's great. I guarantee he takes breaks during that time. That's my one thing, is I should actually probably take more breaks when I stream. But I'm always just like, people are watching, I must keep walking. And I'm just like, that's probably not smart. I am not a young man. I sometimes look like a young man, but I am not actually a young man. But I will say, if I get the chance to go out and do more things and explore more areas, I would probably be able to do it a little more consistent. But I also kind of feel like I'm constantly fighting my technology, and like my system will cut out, or I'll not have weird buffering issues, or Katie will fight me, or this, like, things like that. And when that happens, it's very annoying, but it can't always happen, theoretically. It was so fun to see him he was so excited. Like, getting to see him on the train, he was living his best life. And I'm just like, you know what? Good for you, man. Good for you. Also, Yoshi seemed to be having fun, too. Although I think I kind of broke Yoshi's heart at one point. Because I was just like, me and Randy are stepping off here and we're going to start a stream. And Yoshi just looked at me with the saddest face. So I was just like, I'm sorry, buddy. We have to, like, we had this plan and we were going to do this. Like, I feel bad for Randy because Randy had this whole script planned. And he was, like, ready to go station by station and, like, talk about it all. And then we got there and we weren't able to get we couldn't get the signal, so I wasn't able to do it. And I felt really bad for Randy. I feel like, in that moment, I felt like I let Randy down. But technology's just a thing. I will slowly learn to wean myself off of it. But until then we go. By the way, that place across the street is called Revolt, and that is where Joel used to work. And one day, many moons ago, there was a hairstylist there who accidentally cut off a person's part of an ear. And I was just like, well, that's everyone's worst fear when you go to a hairstylist. And now I know that it's actually happened at least once. So that's fun. Fun knowledge for y'all to have. You know you have a good hair person when they don't cut your ear off. He wanted to look like an artist, or be made up like an artist. Unfortunately, that artist was Van Gogh. Oh, no. Terrible jokes aside, I'm still here. Hiromu. Hello, Hiromu. Welcome to the chat today. It's wonderful to have you. By the way, if anyone's new here, never be afraid to say hello. We love lurkers, but I'm also a talker, so I like to talk at people. So I find that helps. We are currently in Cabbagetown. I know that specifically Jennifer, this is her favorite area of the city. But also, it's just a really nice place to come see. This was the first time when me and Randy went for our long walk. This was the area that he was eager to share with us all. He brought his book, he brought his information, and we got to explore so much of the city together, and he had so much information about this area. That was a really wonderful experience. And now we've been doing it every Tuesday since. So if you're here tomorrow, me and Randy will be exploring Exhibition Place. And you just know right now, Randy is like knee-deep in Wikipedia, like exploring every aspect of the Exhibition Place that he can possibly share with us tomorrow. So, we're ready for it, Randy. We're ready for it. I do want to point out one place. This is Jet Fuel Coffee. If you go there, it is actually quite inexpensive. You can get like a $2, $3, or $4 coffee, and based on the size, and it's delightful. They just have espresso, but really good espresso. It's like far better than it has any right to be for the price. You just subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much, Roman. Wonderful to have you. I love sharing the city with people, so hopefully I'm showing you elements of Toronto either you've never seen before or that you're interested in re-exploring. So new technology will replace and help you do what you do soon enough. They have these Google lenses now that you can record without having to have a gimbal or anything in your hands. That's where like regular glasses. I understand that, but my only concern with that is, will it be able to counteract the natural sway that people have in their walk? The thing about a gimbal is that even though it can be cumbersome for sure, but even if it's cumbersome, at least it connects in and it stabilizes the image. And I would like to know that like glasses would do that automatically. Otherwise you're just going to get like a bouncy, bouncy, bouncy image. And that's not ideal. Although I'm sure it's only a matter of time until you can get an image stabilizer that would hold that up entirely. But until then, my friends, we will work into it. And again, a gimbal isn't necessary for everybody. I just find for the content that I want to make, I want my stream to be consistent, and I want my stream to be stable. Two things that I'm not in real life. But if I can make them so online, I will obviously try to put that forward as my... The vibe on the street seems to be more upbeat. People feel the warmer temps coming. Oh God, I wish. I hope so much. I know people seem pretty good today. You can definitely tell on a warmer day like today. Good, how are you? On a warmer day like today, you can definitely tell that it's getting people a little nicer, you know? And I do want to point out one place that we're coming up to here called the Bestiary. One of my favorite pet stores in the city. I didn't know I could have a favorite pet store in the city, but here it is. They actually have like those old school like fish aquariums in the back. Yeah, this is it right here. Great place, great place. They also have like this giant terrarium in the back that's like half bird, half lizard, which I'm just like, this is cool. I like this a lot. Butter Chicken Factory, not quite Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka Tamil edition. I really hope that's not racist, but if it is, I apologize. A very different Willy Wonka experience, I will say that. This is where the chickens are butchered. Oh, beautiful dog. Coming up on the left, you will notice this is St. Jamestown. This is actually where I first moved into in the city. Lower income area, but very, very nice. Friendly. The interesting thing is that for as big as the area is, not as much traffic as you'd expect, because a lot of it is dedicated to walking, and specifically making this a very local foot community. But still got parking lots, of course, but maybe not as many as you'd expect. for such an area. On the right side over here, you will see the cemetery. St. Jamestown was where the current mayor of Toronto got her start. Power to her. I lived in 666 Ontario when I first moved here. I was on the second floor, which was great because it meant I never had to use the elevator. Actually, I don't think I used the elevator when I lived there a single time. I would just come in, shoot to the right, and then up the stairs. Just want to point out the St. James Cemetery building. Really beautiful little church in the middle. Hello, Robert. Good to see you, my friend. I used to live in Parkdale back in the day till I moved to Rexdale. Oh, Groovester. Welcome back to the chat, my friend. They say it's the most densely populated part of Canada. I would believe that, actually. And it has been for a good long while, because a lot of these buildings, I believe, were built in the 60s and 70s. Maybe 70s, 80s. But, like, that, and then plus the new buildings that have just opened up just north of like, St. Jamestown proper. Like, it is dense. But funny enough, for as dense it is, they often don't take advantage for how much space they have. So, be curious to see how that develops in the next little while. Thank you for showing us real life. Good night. Good night to you, my friend. Thank you for coming here. I was still in elementary when I moved to Rexdale. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. But Rexdale is actually... I'm trying to picture in my head where exactly Rexdale is. If I'm not mistaken, it's fairly nice. Man, now I've got the awkward part where I'm just like, my mustache has literally melted down and frozen because of the breath coming out of my thing. Anyways, we're fine. We're fine. It's actually all those old apartment buildings on the left that gave St. Jamestown its density. Absolutely. They were all designed around the same time. I love, if you go watch the first video I did with Randy where he was exploring Cabbagetown, he did this whole beautiful breakdown of like everything about St. Jamestown, and it's fascinating. Oh, it's he did so much research. I can't wait until he actually launches his tour, because he's going to launch a tour specifically for showing people around Cabbagetown and like the unique history of the east side of Toronto, which I think is just a wonderful idea. I can't wait till he does it. Did you go on the new LRT station? I did. If you look at the video, I did a video yesterday where I got to go up and explore as much as I could. But unfortunately, I actually didn't get to do... I didn't get to stream as much of it as I wanted to because my camera wouldn't work underground. But, like, I do love seeing... Like, Johnny got to do the whole thing. Yoshi did the whole thing. And I was like, it's nice to see their videos. I'm glad that you could actually experience the underground. It was just disappointing that I couldn't on my side, but yeah, it was good. It was really good. The LRT thoroughly impressed me. I was very, very happy with how it turned out. I know it took forever to get here, and we're going to harp about that forever, but now that it's here and it's open and it's operational, I'm just like, this is actually stunning and this is great. So I'm super happy that it's up and running now. But I remember when it first launched, Katy Perry had just released her Prism album, and now she's completely irrelevant. So, you know, progress in its own way. I also just love pointing these new buildings out because they're actually quite stunning. You can see them, especially when we go like explore the east side. They serve as such a beacon to this side of the city, like just pure skyscraper, typical Toronto buildings, but like at least well done ones. Those ones at least look solid and very cool. So How come the LRT doesn't go to Scarborough? I don't know. But I hear I know they're not planning to reopen the Scarborough line, but it does kind of seem like a waste to not have that go out there reach. Did you find the underground portion as fast as the subway? I actually, to be fair, I thought it was a lot faster than I expected it to be. Especially after the controversy with Line 6 and the Finch line that opened up. Like, I thought we were going to be looking at long delays and it taking forever. But it actually went pretty quickly. So, I was impressed. I think that was my problem, is I went in expecting this to be just as above ground as Line 6 was. And it was not. Only a part of it's above ground. So, you missed out on a lot of the rest of it. But, yeah. I will have to find that out for you, Robert, because I would like to actually know why the LRT doesn't go all the way out to Scarborough as well. Oh, the sniffles are back. Right now I'm actually walking without my gloves on, so it must have heated up a great deal, which is nice. I think it may be faster than Line 6. I would say it felt much faster than Line 6. I will say that, absolutely. I know Line 6 will get faster once they do like the upgrading to allow the transit to take priority, but right now it's not ideal. But the fact that the Eglinton opened, and I don't think anyone's had any complaints with it so far, that's kind of a miracle. Toronto loves to complain. It's what we're really good at. We are exceptionally good at complaining. You know, one step at a time, I suppose. We got to get used to it first, and then we can complain about it. Here. I actually really love this area. It does. A lot of the buildings north of St. Jamestown are a little smaller and a little bit more compact, but still a lot of really interesting places in this area. And that place is just called Law Offices. Not sure which law offices, but at least one. Feels like old school Parkdale in a way. I can see that. St. Jamestown always has like this little bit of a reputation for being a little, you know, rougher around the edges. But I've always found it quite comfortable, quite nice. Sky High rental residence coming fall 2028. I guess we'll see what it does. Remember this, because apparently they're saying 2 years. We'll see if they do. I mean, saying the Ontario line's going to be 2031, just like, well, that's ambitious, but let's see if they can do it. I want to believe that they can, but we will see. We will see. By the way, the building in front of us, Maison Selby, really lovely. Great food. Wonderful area. But maybe a little pricey. But then again, you're in the middle of an area like this, in a beautiful old space full of history. I would say that's going to justify a little bit of a higher cost. But coming down. Got a like beautiful brick building is condemned. I think they all are. I would not be surprised. Oh yeah, look right there. Notice to build a condo. So I'm gonna guess all of this is gonna go away a little while. And I guess we'll see what gets built in its place. I'm sure something absolutely necessary and beautiful. Because what else would it be? We shall see. But for folks, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to do my groceries because that is something I need to do, and this is a good place to do it. So, thank you for joining us. I will be back tomorrow at 2 or 3. I'm going to see what Randy's available for, and then we're going to go and explore the incredible exhibition place, not to be missed. So please join us again for that. If you are a fan of this kind of content, please tell your friends. It helps out a great deal, and I really appreciate having you folks in the chat. It helps me be able to have a really good time and to talk about you all through this. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for being here every day, and lovely to have you. You folks have a wonderful evening, and I will see you tomorrow, and we'll go from there. All right, bye friends.